Almost died. Down. One second, guys. Just kind of trying to get across the street here. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of y'all tune into the drama that is American politics on a daily basis, but I happen to consider this current state of affairs the most highly entertaining and premium part of my life on the daily. First thing I do after I, you know, read my affirmations. If you don't know about that, we might have to have a little conversation about that. Y'all got to start getting you some affirmations in the morning, speaking out the positive results that you want to take place in your life. You know what I'm saying? And really just putting it down every morning, getting your head in that mind space. But aside from that, as I go through the mind list and fucking honestly boring as shit daily routine of marketing my music, trying to find new connects, networking, you know what I mean, writing, production, figuring out new video making techniques, advertising my services as a video maker, and you know what I mean, basically just being busy as fuck. I like that. That's the soundtrack to my life currently. The disaster of Trump's presidency is the soundtrack to my life. Like it, I don't know what else to say. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. Does that make me a bad person? It probably does. But I just the amazing amount of behavioral science opportunities that exist within the the daily operations of this current political climate, man. Like shit is crazy. Um, I have seen some very, very, very smart people make some very, very stupid uh, arguments and take some indefensible positions on indefensible topics in order to maintain power. Seeing how these people squeeze themselves and backflip themselves out of certain situations. Now, today was a highlight of my life because I almost passed out laughing. Like this, there was nothing better than what I witnessed today because I know that the ensuing fallout is going to be nothing less than classic material. You feel me? So today, what we have, good fellows, is a man who went on to the public stage in front of the chopper, in front of Chopper Force One, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what Americans call that chopper. I know they call the airplane Air Force One. I don't know what they call this one, but if this man's, I don't know, bro. If this man does not get impeached after this, which he won't, don't ever get it twisted. Like I feel like something that makes sense is actually going to happen in this political climate. It's never going to happen. Nothing that makes sense will ever happen in this current political climate. So just push that out of your head right now. He's not getting impeached. That's not happening. The bottom line here is this guy. There's a question that was asked to him by a reporter yesterday. The reporter asked him, "Yo, so what did you want out of uh, giving the president of Ukraine this information? What did you want him to do with that information?" Yesterday, he bugged out over this question. I'm talking about flipped out, bro. Like I was ready to see a fight. At that point in time, I was ready to see him come down off of the platform and run into the crowd full speed. Like, you know what I mean? Like rage. Absolute rage. I was ready for that. Oh shit, they done pushed my nigga Trump too far. He gonna bust somebody's head open today. Today is the day Trump kills somebody in the middle of Fifth Ave and nobody gives a shit. It didn't happen, but he's still bugged out. He flipped out, and I don't know. the shock was more of a shock at my own shock, because it was like, yo, how are you still shocked at this point, bro? And the inside, I was like, I don't know. I'm still confused. I don't even know. I didn't understand people operate like this in real life. And it was shocking to see him bug out like that. All right. Over that question. More so shocking today that the same exact question was asked. And this nigga said, fuck it, was good. Next question. Like, he was straight, like, this nigga is the most gangster. Who we thought he's a straight savage, right? This guy cannot even, in the words of the honorable Donald Trump, and of the honorable Donald J. Trump. Let's not forget the J. This guy, Bush, or whoever you think was the most gangster president of all time, could not hold Trump's jockstrap. To quote the president from yesterday, he could not hold the jockstrap. This guy takes being gangster to a whole new level. This is like the United States of America just said, John Gotti, are you available? He said, no, I'm taking a break right now. Call my homie Trump. It was like the next best thing you could get from a mobster, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really a mobster. Like, he just watched way too many mobster movies, and this shit's crazy, fam. Because now you have admitted in public to the same exact thing that you're trying to get away from because they're trying to impeach you for it. Not only have you admitted to it, but now you have invited and included a completely different regime into your scheme for selfish political gains. Bro, watching this shit is blowing my mind, son. Like, I cannot, there's nothing, I'm like, yo, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I say this with all sincereness, as a person who is not a citizen, I am severely not a citizen, but loves this country. You understand? Has got a lot of love for America, right? I think it's one of the greatest countries on earth. Obviously, as a Canadian, I got to vote Canada first. But right second after that, America. I love you guys. I am scared, terrified for your democracy right now, bro. Y'all don't got much time. You don't get it right. If they skip impeachment, or they miss out on impeachment, or they impeach, and the Senate says, fuck it, we going with what's politically expedient over what's fucking best for the democracy, for the republic, and the principles of uh, uh, the principles on which the country was built, the Constitution. If they decide to go with what's more politically expedient over what's right at voting time, I guarantee you the reign is over. And I say that as a person who has chosen to dwell in this country, loves this country, and I am very, very, very scared. The experiment in democracy is completely over at that point. Because he'll get reelected. It will embolden him. He already felt bulletproof when he got into office. When he beat the first charge, the whole inquiry, that made him definitely feel like the Teflon Don. Because 2 days, not even two, the day after the announcement of the Mueller investigation, this nigga did the bullshit. The whole, hey, I need y'all to check and see what's going on with this nigga Biden. Dig? Now, fuck the rest of everything y'all doing. I don't care how much toxic waste you drop in the ocean. Find me the info on this nigga Biden. Did y'all hear me? Fuck out of here with the pollution bullshit. I am not concerned about the fucking world. I need to know about this nigga Biden right now. Word. Straight up. And you ain't getting no money until I get it either. Fuck you. Boop. That nigga gangster, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Right now. That nigga is G'd up from the feet up, bro. You feel me? This nigga got his feet in a pirouette and everything. He got the little, you know what I mean? His chest pushed out. Like, he gassed up right now, bro. Prison poses. You feel me? This nigga, like, bro. Anyhow, aside from that, which was amazing. Let's not get it twisted, bro. This was the highlight of my day. I was like, my God, yo, this guy's trying to impeach himself. Like, I think he's just tired of being president. Me and my wife was talking about it just now because she was on lunch break. I went over there to chill with her, sit down, eat, drink a little bit, right? And she's like, yo, she's like, yo, this nigga, like, you remember his face when he found out that he had won the presidency? I have never seen anybody in my life be that depressed for good news. Never. I've never heard somebody's, sir, you won $1 million. Oh, God. Like, yo, he looked like he was disappointed. He looked like he was like, fuck, I really got to do this job now? Like, nigga, this was a marketing tactic. I was supposed to get out, get $1 billion contract in Russia and be good, bro. None of this shit was supposed to happen, bro. None of this shit was supposed to happen. No one could have been happier than the people who the situation is currently benefiting, like Russia and China. And as much as it seems like he may be hurting China, just remember China doesn't have any voting. So that nigga's going to be president for the rest of his life. He doesn't have anything to rush or be in a rush about. He'll just wait him out, even if it takes him another 4 years. This country will be destroyed in another 4 years. The democratic process will be obliterated. More and more bold liberties will be taken. And I wouldn't be shocked that if at the end of the 8-year term, he just decides, I'm staying. And like, sounds crazy, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I'm wild. Lock me in the loony bin. But mark my words, if he wins and they fail to impeach, that nigga gonna push for 12 years. And then 14. And then 16. And then that nigga gonna die in office. and hand it to his kids. My nigga, this shit is so important, and I hope that the hip hop community is paying attention, bro. I hope that the urban community is paying attention, and that everybody does what they need to do on 2020, bro, because it's scary right now. It's really eerie right now, bro. Um, I just want to touch on another thing right quick before I dip up out of here. So I spoke about it real quick yesterday, and exactly what I said is exactly what happened. Right? People started bugging out, talking about how people should react and how people should respond, and a lot of these people are spiritual people, and that shit blows mine, son. Like, right? As a human being, I could be like, yo, fuck that shit, bro. The fuck, this nigga, what? Yo, you hugging the what? That shit don't make no sense, you bitch ass nigga. Like, you could be like that, right? As a human being and as just a regular, everyday Joe, whatever. You consider yourself a spiritual or religious being, you're still allowed to feel that way, but you should acknowledge that how you feel is wrong. That's it. You like I could be like, yo, you know what, my nigga? I understand it's wrong to feel like this, but I still wish you would die and fucking rot right in front of me. I wish that you would just drop dead right now and fucking everything that you know what I mean? You could go extra and just be like that, but just be like, yo, I recognize that how I feel is wrong, and I respect how that young man responded to that situation. You don't gotta like it. Shit, like I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not saying that I like it. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I respect it though. That's one thing I definitely know about it because I know that that is the highest level of to ascertain in spirituality in any organization, in any practice, in any religion. That's what it teaches us, the ultimate amount of transcendence, to be able to experience something so destructive and still be able to love past the act, to love past the human form. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the goal. Conscious, if you spirit, like isn't it to elevate? And I don't feel like hate and anger are necessary for the elevation process. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying not to feel it. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it's not okay to feel it. What I am saying, yeah, I'm saying that it's not okay to feel it because it's a negative emotion, right? But I'm saying like you shouldn't judge yourself for it. If you have anger, if you've been in a situation like this and you have anger, or you're looking at the situation and you have anger, don't judge yourself for it. You're human, but it's not okay to feel that way, right? Um. So that being said, I want to say this, man. Santeria, which is a spiritual practice that I follow, teaches you to be higher than that, right? To transcend, to not be so attached to earthly things, to earthly practices, to earthly behaviors that you can't, you know what I mean, detach from anything on earth. Like you should be able to transcend once you reach your highest level. Nobody expects you to be like that, like off the rip, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once you reach you know what I mean, your purpose is to get to that level where things can happen in your life and you can remain calm and transcendent and think past it, think past the raw emotion. In Buddhism, it's the same. The uh, uh the the ultimate level of nirvana is to be just to have tranquil peace in all situations. What else? Christianity, judge not yet lest ye be judged, and you're supposed to have unlimited amounts of forgiveness, agape, brotherly love. You know what I'm saying? Um, Even for the people who do you wrong. So how could y'all look at this young man who made this choice in his heart and stood up against his family? Because I know it's people in his family. I seen the pain in his mother's eyes when she was crying in front of the camera, talking about that's not fair. This man lost his life, and she gets to live hers. Like, she's still gonna have a life to live after, and that's fine. She has the freedom to and the right to feel that way, and she should. God knows I would express it, and I wouldn't feel apologetic for it either. I want her dead. I want her in jail for life. I want her to never see the light of day again. Blah blah. And it's fucked up, but that's how I feel right now, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But when somebody displays a height of spiritual capability, and especially as a Christian, I'm not a Christian, but I'm saying as him being a Christian because he comes from a Christian family, I respect it. I respect it because he is living what he preaches. He is living by what he represents, and he is trying to be the highest representation of what he represents and what he stands for. And I know that couldn't have been easy for him. You know what I mean? Had to be hard. And the way that he even explained it had to be hard, had to hurt him, had to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, man, I just hope uh I just hope that we as a people stop judging other members of our race and trying to tell them how they need to respond to certain situations or how they need to react to certain situations. Nobody is a monolith in our race, in our culture, and we are not a monolith, and we all have independent thought, and how that man decided to respond to that situation should be respected. It should be admired, and it should be it should just be taken for what it is, man. I seen Gully TV had disrespected the situation, I think, and I seen Hassan speak on it, and he said, he's like, man, that's a step in the right direction, at least. You know what I mean? Because usually you don't even get a conviction, and I agree with that 100%. It's a step in the right direction. Hopefully, she does most of the time. Hopefully, she doesn't just get to skip out like everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? And be do 1 2 years and then just dip. Hopefully, that's not the situation. Hopefully, she does some significant time and loses a significant portion of her life because it's only fair. It's only right. Um, but yeah, I'm finna get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I had to help that. Oh, clearly I'm retarded today. But that's it, man. I'm a head out. Uh, this shit is probably the longest one that I've ever fucking did in my life. I don't know why I did it this long, but I had some shit on my chest, bro. I had to say some shit. But love y'all. You already know what it is. It's your boy Sense, family, money, everything. Let's get it. Woo. Uh-huh.